Dom de Monko.
City boy. Your mama sure does care about your schooling, son.
City boy, city boy.
Shot the bow, shot his ass. Bow, 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 bow.
Beats Planet. Come on, family. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? First and foremost, because I'm not really one to break tradition, you know? I'm not one to break tradition. And we typically don't go live this time of day. However, we're here. We are here. And every time we're here, you know, we have to give thanks to the essential workers working at the Blue Flame. Appreciate y'all. I saw a lot of people talking about how late I am, you know, oh, Voch late. How can I be late when I normally don't even go live around this time? This extra credit.
Perfect.
How can I be late for extra credit? But whatever though. Appreciate y'all for being here, man. Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. If you catch me looking around, I'll go ahead and give you a heads up here. I have a chat box operating right there in front of me. I got my phones operating. We'll just go next to that right there. We'll move that out the way. I got another chat box right here in case y'all ain't doing nothing else. Boom, 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 boom. In case y'all wonder what I'm looking at. All right. Man, listen, Cowboys had a fun little draft last night, bro. And I feel like I just need to kind of come in and just, you know, address some of the things that have been said around Cowboy Nation. You know, I feel like it's my job to kind of come in and, you know, fix any little tomfoolery that may be going on because, you know, that's just part of the job description. What is your job description? I kind of want to tell you guys a little bit about Mazi Smith and how I think he's going to fit and the type of player that he is. If you want to see film on Mazi Smith, then you can go watch the video we put out last night because we're always working, okay? We're going to be breaking down the entire day 2. Also doing a live stream for day 2 of the draft, you know, talking Cowboys picks and things of that nature. And on this show that I'm doing right now, right this second, I'm going to be giving us some options, some leftover players that I think are going to be fun. We're going to go through this thing position by position and have a little bit of a conversation. But hey, how y'all doing? Appreciate y'all. Love y'all to pieces. Thank you so much for being here. I'm your humble and gracious host, man.
AKA Ferrari.
VOCHLOMBARDI on all social media platforms. Check me out. And besides that, man, we are cooling. Now, the one thing I didn't get a chance to do last night, because when I'm doing these draft shows, I belong to the streets. I belong to everybody, you know, and the draft kept going. It's not like the Cowboys were picking at 31 or 32. Next year they will. So I really didn't get a chance to get a lot of y'all calls in. You know what I mean? I didn't get a chance to get y'all's reactions. I gave you a lot of my thoughts. And, you know, we continue to move on through the draft, but I didn't really get a chance to hear from you guys. So I wanted to do that show today, give you guys an opportunity. Plus, I was listening to Will Steele because I'm a big fan of his. And I always tap into his show in the morning. And he had like 50-something callers, and he can only get to the next 6 or so of them. So I'm like, hey, man, we'll just kind of do that on my show. If there's anybody that didn't get a chance to get in, pardon me. If there's anybody that didn't get a chance to get in on Will Steele's show, then my phone number's right here. My phone number's floating around, 202-926-1127, access code 309104. I would love to hear from y'all. But before I get into the phones, though, y'all can tap in whenever you like. Before I get into the phones, though, I just kind of wanted to give this monologue, this soliloquy, this talk about brother Mazi Smith. All right, let me get us a little bit of talking music, man. That ain't what I wasn't trying to do. That I wasn't trying to. There we go. Hold on. Here we go. All right, let's get a little bit of Mazi Smith talking music. Right. So, the thing about Mazi, right? First of all, he wasn't really on my radar. I talked to some people behind the scenes at .com and all that, and boy, you are listening to another example of when the underground gets the scoop. I was talking to some of my homies over there at .com, right? And we was listening to the big media beat reporters. We was listening to the big media guys and girls. We was listening to them, man, and this whole push at tight end, how publicly we push for tight end, how aggressively they were pushing for tight end. It just didn't sound like it made sense to me. It just didn't make real life sense to me. But if you ask anybody that's kind of in the underground scene, that's kind of in the, the not so, big beat writery scene, we were saying names like Will McDonald. We were saying names like Drew Sanders. We were saying, tight end could have been a pick. We're not going to be foolish enough to think the tight end wouldn't be a pick. Like one of those characters or whatnot. Darnell Wright was going to possibly be a character if he was there, but his ass came off the board at 10. Shouts out to him. Appreciate you, Andre. I'm going to read all the supers in a second. But what was interesting is that just at the end of all this talk, right? Just in the back end, like this the front, like this the front, and this the back of the train. Just right here, they was like, hey, they like Drew Sanders and this character, and they like Will McDonald, but I heard Mazi's a guy also, but don't take my word for it. Like everybody was sure about Drew Sanders. They were sure about Darnell and Bijan gonna be there. Bijan or whatever. They were just sure about these guys, Will McDonald, and boy, I was sure about Will McDonald. He went 15. But just at the back of that mug, they was like, and Mazi Smith, but we don't know what that means. And I was like, okay, well, that couldn't be a thing. There's no way Mazi Smith's gonna be a guy that's gonna be there. The Cowboys don't take D tackles in the first round. There's no way they'll take Mazi Smith right here. Mazi was always one of my favorite guys. If you keep up with the show, if you watch every day, and if you don't miss shows, like I encourage a lot of you guys to do, me and Will Steele talked highly of Mazi Smith. The Koye media talked highly of Mazi Smith. Interesting. I am a person that publicly hopped on my camera, that hopped on my microphone, and I hated the Micah Parsons pick. I publicly hated on the Micah Parsons pick. Appreciate you, coach. Appreciate you coming through, showing some love. You got your guys A flowers, man. Shouts out to you. That mean you ain't getting mingled. That mean we gonna get them. I publicly didn't like the Micah Parsons pick, right? And I had to come out and publicly be like, oh, my bad. Micah Parsons is one of those guys. So there's this new thing that's going around social media where people are saying that we like Mazi Smith, and there are some goofy little Cowboy fans that are going, oh, Voch, you just faking it. You don't like Mazi Smith for real. Bro, I feel like I've built enough credit in this community to where y'all ain't got to question me on that. I feel like I've built enough credit in this community to where you don't have to, question my integrity on this draft thing. You know what I mean? Like I don't get paid by the view no more. Volume got me salaried out, and I got a raise. So I ain't got to lie. I ain't got to lie here. I publicly, wasn't the biggest fan of the Tyler Smith pick. I publicly was a huge fan of the CeeDee Lamb pick, so it's just kind of what I feel. But people for some reason think that we're hating on the Mazi Smith pick. But the more you listen to those people talk, then that's when you realize that they're bots and they're I Am Legend monsters, and they really aren't. They're not familiar with the player, and I think what happens a lot of the times is people listen to Voch, they listen to Broadus and Hellman and Aisha Morris, and they and the .com crew. They listen to all these, the radio guys, Bobby, but they listen to all these guys and they go, all right, well, these are the guys that y'all have been talking about. So if we get one of these guys that y'all have been talking about, we're going to like those guys. But if we get surprised and get a guy that we haven't heard of, we're just going to automatically hate that guy, because a lot of people aren't advanced film watchers, right? My audience is different. My audience, y'all are a spectacular audience, right? You are a different level. Y'all got y'all, and I ain't gonna hype all y'all because some of y'all hooligans, but a lot of y'all got purple belts in this shit. A lot of y'all got blue belts in this shit, and some of y'all got black belts, to be fair too. But we're on the internet and we're hearing from these people that have never taken a martial art before talking about Voch, you're faking about Mazi. And I know this is the case because I'd be like, hey y'all, Mazi 330. And can you believe there's somebody on the internet going, oh, well, we don't want a fat guy in the middle. Okay, you have not seen Mazi. Okay, fair enough. You ain't seen Mazi for real. You ain't seen you don't know Mazi built like an action figure. You okay? You don't know that. Well, Voch, if he's only gonna play nose, then why would I want Mazi if he only plays nose? Okay, cool. You ain't watched the film. You don't know that Mazi plays 0, 1, and 3. You ain't know any problem. Okay, cool. Well, Voch, why does it look like Mazi's not coming off the football? Okay, well, you're not watching the film and you see Mazi in his square ass stance and he's not really asked to always shoot up field and he's really just taking up gaps for linebackers. He's not really penetrating all the time like he would be in this system. It's just certain things that if you listen to Voch, if you listen to Will Steele, if you listen to Okoye Media, you'll just be privy to certain information. So I'm not going to be fighting on the internet, bro. Just like I'm not going to be fighting people on the internet to defend other opinions. I'm not going to fight people on the internet to defend this opinion. You understand? Mazi Smith is a dude. We always talk about MFers, bro. I don't know if I'm ready to call Mazi an MFer yet. But Mazi's a cold ass character that I'm just excited to add to my D line, because I feel like you get D lineman one of two places. You're either going to get a D lineman that's really good that you got to get in the first round. You're going to get a D lineman that's one dimensional that you're going to get day 3. And then you got a bunch of dudes in the middle that's probably just not going to be good. Right? John Ridgeway, Quentin Bohanna, insert fat guy. Those are the kind of guys that go towards the end. Jeffrey Simmons, these Vita Vea characters, Javon Kinlaw type characters, these DeForest Buckner type characters. These are the characters to where you got to get those dudes in the first round. Funny enough, there are some Cowboy fans that's out there hating on the internet also, in which I'm fighting those people actively. They're saying, "Oh well, Voch, we reached." I saw some people. Some of them getting the chat box every now and then too. They said, "Well, Voch, why did we reach to get Mazi Smith? You could have got him in a second." Well, Mazi wouldn't have been able. I bet Pittsburgh wouldn't have had a chance to draft him today. Pittsburgh still is going to be on the clock at the beginning of day 2 here with pick number 32. I bet you Mazi wasn't going to be available at pick 32. I bet he wasn't. Chiefs and the Saints were both looking at Mazi Smith. I think I don't know why the hell Brian Breesy got drafted, but I think Breesy was taken because Mazi was gone. I mean, it's just, hey, y'all can cross that road whenever you get there with your own opinions, but Mazi Smith is such a dude. Y'all really should just kind of go watch my film session and we'll just move on with our life there. But just in case you're not, we'll just pull up a little bit of film. We ain't doing nothing else. Y'all go watch the Mazi Smith film session. Go watch the Mazi Smith film session. We'll be fine there. But Mazi's just a guy that when we talk about D linemen, we talk about these interior guys, these 3 techs and these 1 techs. We're always talking about dudes that, well, they may be powerful sometimes. Okay, but they may not be a athletic get up field guy. Or we're talking about dudes that may be quick athletic get up field guys, but they may not be hell yeah, I'm putting my face in there. But they may not be as powerful as you like. For example, Neville Gallimore is a dude that has athletic ability, and the Cowboys thought the fix to that was to just like put weight on him. But nah, Neville Gallimore is lacking in power sometimes, Or if you look at a guy, let's just keep it this draft, like Keanu Benton. Keanu Benton was big. Keanu Benton has the ability to get upfield, but he's not a powerful guy. Or you'll get a guy like Siaki Ika, who's strong as hell, but he's not a mover, right? You have to spend first round picks to get 2 traits, to get both these traits coming together for these guys. Mazi is one of these guys. There's some more I Am Legend monsters on the internet talking about some Mazi got destroyed versus TCU. I will combat that and say 2 things. I think Mazi had a great competitive day versus TCU. This is versus Steve Avila, by the way. TCU is a very good offensive line. They're a playoff championship, BCS playoff championship offensive line, bro. Like, what are we saying? That Mazi can't have a competitive day versus the damn TCU kids. Here he goes again, stacking and shedding Steve Avila. So I don't understand like where this idea that Mazi got whooped in the damn TCU game. And another thing too, I'm cutting the music off of this. I'm saying this shit in silencio. Another thing that we should be giving Mazi credit for, and I haven't seen this point floating around the internet yet. When we watch Mazi Smith film, it's always against other pros. Every time. You can make a little argument about whatever dude you want to watch and whatever. At least I know I've seen Mazi Smith against professionals. The Ohio State kids, Penn State kids, Wisconsin kids, the TCU kids, all the Michigan kids at practice, if you want to, you know what I mean? I'm sure him and Olu Watimi probably had some fights at practice. This is a dude that gets busy versus some of the best offensive linemen in the draft, in this draft in particular. Dudes, real life dudes. Y'all overthink this shit if you want to, man. Let me cut this back on and get back to work. Anyway, just Mazi being a guy that's powerful, that's being able to get upfield, just strengthen his hands, being able to just punch the shit out of people and just redirect them. People were telling me about Mazi not being able to get upfield and things, or him not coming off the ball like that. Look at his stance. This is something that Michigan asked him to do. His stance is square. Let me come back to me. His stance is square and it's even, and he's always in that stance, right? If we're gonna run a race, right? I can probably outrun a lot of y'all with my big ass, right? If we're gonna run a race, right? What we're gonna do is we're gonna walk up to the front line and we're gonna say, on your marks, get set, and right before they say go, you're gonna put one foot in front of the other. Why? Because you have to drive off of that front foot in order to get into your next step, right? Easy peasy, right? Anything that you do, whether it be playing defense in basketball, whether you play an offensive lineman, whether you're going to the gun range and shoot, whether you're going to go box, whether you're going to go do Muay Thai, it's always staggered foot when advancing, because one foot got to push off to get into the other, correct? So when people ask, well, Voch, how come it looks like Mazi doesn't really get off the line of scrimmage like that? Look at the stance. Look at the stance. It is a square stance. Why is that his stance? Well, because that's what Michigan asked him to do. Michigan asked him to be a guy that just kind of takes up space and takes up blocks, you know. And look, Mazi did a pretty good job of coming upfield, taking up space, taking up blocks. But when he was asked to get upfield and destroy people, he did. When he was asked to have powerful hands, powerful upper body, when he was asked to be explosive upfield, he was. And I do think sometimes people can look at film and they can let things kind of look at this 330-pound man. Look at this 330-pound man fighting to the outside. They're doing this outside protection right now, this outside rollout protection right now. We used to call it 90 back in the day, Coach Evans, if you in the chat box right now, this little 90 protection, this outside. Man, look at Mazi just fighting to the outside, bro. What are we doing? Mazi number 58, by the way. Look just that don't look like a big husky fat 330-pound man. He don't look like a big sloppy fat trash can full of dirt type man. But if you need him to be 330 strong as hell and heavy, he can oblige you with that also. Listen, bro. Y'all ain't got a lot of me, man. And y'all can come on here talking about, well, but Voch, this is me fighting the internet right now. But Voch, he don't get sacks. Well, he's a one tech. But when you put him at 3, you put him at 1, you put him at 2 or a shade 0, he gonna get pressure. He gonna push pockets. You know what I mean? He isn't like a pass rush technician or anything like that. But damn, that's what we got Dan Quinn for. That's what we got Aiden Dirty for. Coach AD, I don't know if I said his name right. That's what we got coaching for. The Cowboys have proven that they're in this thing for the traits. The past 3 picks that they've drafted in the first round have all been traits guys. They've also been dogs, but they're traits guys. And the Cowboys have proven to me that they can take a guy in which that guy leans on traits, and then with that guy leaning on traits, we take coaching and apply coaching, and that's when we get magic, bro. That's when we get our magic, bro. But you know, people, y'all can sit out here and be mad all you want to, bro. Y'all can be upset all you want to. Y'all can, you know what I mean? Y'all can do your thing. Mojo says outrun who? Voch says outrun you, sir. What's wrong with y'all? So listen, man, y'all, I just if y'all gonna be mad at the pick, I want you to have done your research to be mad at the pick. Like Matt Owen mad at the pick, but Matt Owen watching the film where I feel confident that he's just mad at the pick. All right, cool, Matt. You just mad at the pick. You too, Jay Money. I'll outrun you too. I just, you know what I mean? Matt, I feel like Matt's done enough work to be mad at this pick. But if anybody else gonna be mad at the pick, I just want y'all to have done your research to be mad at the pick. That's all I ask. I don't ask y'all to do nothing else. How is he gonna fit in this thing? What's he gonna be really good at? Honestly, I think Kurt, you can't beat me in a race neither. Honestly, I think about what Carlos Watkins was, right? Think about what Carlos Watkins was last year. Carlos Watkins was a guy that played 3 tech sometimes. He played 1 tech sometimes. Carlos was a guy that was a run stopper, but that's kind of where his job ended. That's kind of where he stopped at. You know, Carlos was a very low key player on our team, but he's gone now. Carlos goes to I think he go to the Arizona school or something like that. Yeah, he's with the Cardinals or something like that. So what you get out of Mazi Smith, I personally think you can get a dude that can just roll up and be a Carlos Watkins type guy day one, giving you some 1 tech and some 3 tech action. But I think Mazi gives you a higher upside because of his athletic ability. I like the player. I like the player. Also, too, I don't know if Mazi's gonna start over Hankins yet. Like Hankins is just a savvy, he's just a dude that's ready right now. But Hankins ain't gonna play every down for you. And Hankins is husky as hell. And Hankins will huff and puff. You know what I mean? I don't know if Mazi's in his man body yet. I'm gonna have to ask somebody like how much, like what does peanut butter do for Mazi Smith? I gotta have that conversation with them. But when Mazi develops, oh man, Mazi's gonna be an MF at then, bro. Mazi's gonna be a dude then. But Mazi's gonna definitely play though. And the benefit that we get out of this Mazi Smith thing is that when Hankins comes off the field, instead of some dude coming onto the field, we get a Mazi Smith coming onto the field. So I'm happy about it, man. I'm happy about that. Shouts out to Red Red. Shouts out to the Husky fellas. Salute. Voch got that quick twitch. He will get off the line. No, sir. No, sir. Voch ain't outrunning nobody with them Twizzler legs. Why you looking at my legs, boy? What's wrong with you? Anyway, but yeah. And you know, I'm just happy that the Cowboys are just finally investing in run defense. You know, they're just, I think they're constantly thinking about who they have to deal with all the time, right? And I think if there's anybody that we know we're gonna have to deal with, we know we're gonna have to deal with the Eagles. We know we're gonna have to deal with San Fran. We know we're gonna have to deal with these run heavy teams. You know, the Giants or whatever, right? Also, too, I just kind of had this thought last night too. I don't know what I was doing. I just kind of had this thought. I was doing a live stream or something like that. But think about the teams that we play. Like Jalen Hurts, Brock Purdy, I guess if he's gonna be a guy. Daniel Jones if he's gonna get his money. Sam Howell, assuming that, you know, Washington really believes in him. You know, we're gonna be playing against dudes that I want them to throw the football. I think that's where we're gonna get the advantage here. You know, if you ask me, Voch, you know, would you rather Jalen Hurts run the football or Jalen Hurts throw the football? I'd rather Jalen throw the football. Voch, would you rather Brock Purdy throw the football or like you know, Christian McCaffrey run the football? I want Purdy throwing it. Daniel Jones throwing the football or Saquon running it? I would rather Daniel Jones throwing the football. So I think, and honestly, just based on just keeping it a buck, man. Like, you know, there's some opposing fans in the chat box right now, and y'all can get into your rivalry feelings all you want to, but if you keep it real, if you keep it any amount of a buck, you know, you know that the Cowboys defense is most dangerous when you're trying to throw the football, you're behind, and we're playing pass defense. That's when the Cowboys at their best, because we get the pass rush and we get the cover. And you just can't you know, pick on cornerback too, you know, because that's been fixed right now, right? That's been fixed. So what you really want to do is you want to make this run defense so Teflon that we make teams that don't want to throw, teams were terrified of throwing the football against us. Man, we played against Jacksonville, boy. Trevor Lawrence and them ran 6 reverses in a row because they just didn't want to deal with us in the air. They'll run 6 reverses. They'll throw a deep pass versus cornerback too. A way to keep Dan Quinn's defense as Teflon as possible. Address cornerback too, like we've done, and uphold that run game, specifically A gap. Hey man, shouts out to my goddamn Cowboys, man. Shouts out to my Cowboys. Slashers say Cowboys drafted the worst version of Jordan Davis. Well, Jordan Davis didn't even play much last year, and Mazi Smith got a lot more burst than Jordan Davis. Mazi plays a different type of position than Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis is more of a 0/1 guy. Mazi's a 1/3 guy. So fuck off. What else y'all got? Let's of course, there's the idea that, Mazi Smith improves Micah Parsons. He improves Leighton Vander Esch. He makes all those linebackers better. Damone Clark. He'll make Oso Odighizuwa better. He'll make, I said Micah better. He'll make Micah better as a linebacker and as a pass rusher, really. So, hey, man, it's life good, man. Life good. I like Mazi. I like him a bunch. People who hate Mazi didn't watch his tape at all. Hey, listen, man. Listen, Twan, I got him, bro. I got him, Twan. We are going to keep this film in rotation. We're going to make these film sessions. We're going to try our best to educate the people. I'm going to do, let's see. I'm going to do this rundown of who are possible targets in day 2. And we're going to get into the phones, all right? We are gonna get into the phone. Travis, your content creator. Hey man, there's a lot of Eagles fans come up in here before they even go to an Eagles content creator. You know what I mean? So I'm just grateful that these Eagle fans are really Cowboy fans at heart. Because I swear, look, I'm aware of who all the Eagles content creators are, and I mean, like, shouts out to them, and I'm glad they're getting all their money or whatever. And I know it's like a team rivalry, and like a lot of them dudes ain't, we not like, we don't really hate each other in real life, but boy, you wouldn't see me over there watching their content. Boy, you just wouldn't see me. You wouldn't see me. Oh man, that was funny, dog. I respect your opinion though, but Mazi is a nose just like Jordan Davis. They play the same roles in college. Well, I mean, I'm not really here for Mazi's role in college, because I don't like what Mazi's role in college would be. In my mind, it's more so about how Mazi would be used in Dallas, and I think Mazi has enough explosion to be a upfield penetrating type of guy. I don't think Mazi's going to be a true zero ever. Hankins is a true zero. Mazi's a dude that you want to get upfield. Mazi's a dude that you would want to develop into a pass rusher. So that's why I say Mazi's more of a penetrating 1 and 3 tech, and Jordan is more of a 0/1 guy. You know what I mean? They both played nose. I mean, they're both noses, sure. But you got to think of the application, right? Like CeeDee Lamb as a slot receiver is different than how Zay Flowers would be as a slot receiver. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like you got to get, deep into the roles. Nuance, nuance is one of my favorite words, and I've been hearing a lot of people say nuance. I ain't saying that they watch my show or nothing. I just think that Jordan Davis and Mazi are a little different. I think Mazi's closer to Jalen Carter than Jordan Davis. Not like skills, not talent wise, because Jalen Carter is incredible in terms of talent. But I mean, like, usage. Like, Jalen's gonna be a upfield 1 tech 3 tech sometimes guy. Well, he's gonna be an upfield 3 tech sometimes 1 tech guy. Mazi's a 1 tech sometimes 3 tech guy. Jordan is a 0/1. If that makes sense. Sounds like I'm rambling a little bit, but moving on. Let's get into some of these targets here. I got my little handy dandy list here. I don't take notes. I keep all my notes up here, but I do have my list here. The wide receiver run happened, and boy, it happened fast. So Jackson-Njigba, Jordan, Addison, Quentin Johnson, and Zay Flowers all came off the board. So when the Cowboys were around, I mean, I can appreciate the idea that the Cowboys didn't just kind of go, hey, we need a wide receiver, yeah, and just reach for anybody. So guys that are available, Josh Downs could be a guy that goes today. Tank Dell, I think somebody gonna look at Tank Dell, call him small, and try to relegate him to day 3, but I don't know. Jalen Hyatt's definitely a guy that's gonna go today. Actually, let's do this, chat. Number of guys that I would like today. Pause if you need to. Josh Downs, Tank Dell, Jalen Hyatt, Cedric Tillman is a guy that I like. True X receiver, and y'all know Mike McCarthy likes those type of receivers. Jonathan Mingo is a guy that I would like. I think that he can go today. I'm not a Rashee Rice fan. Marvin Mims is cool. Michael Wilson is a guy that I like a lot. I don't know if he's going to be is Michael Wilson a today kind of guy? Michael Wilson from Stanford? I don't know. We'll see, but I'll put him down anyway. A.T. Perry maybe could be a 3rd round guy. I'll put him here just for the sake of having him there. Tyler Scott's a guy. Also, people ask me, Voch, what about Kayshon Boutte? All right, bro. Let's get back into this. Let's get back into this list. I think these running backs are really going to fly off the board today. So Charbonnet's a guy. A-Chain's a guy I can see going. Tajay's a guy that should go. Tank Bigsby kind of let me down with his lack of vision, but somebody going to like Tank Bigsby. They'll let him go. Dwayne McBride should go today. Roshan Johnson maybe tomorrow. Chase Brown maybe tomorrow. Deuce Vaughn maybe tomorrow. And Kendre Miller could go today, but maybe tomorrow. Israel Abanikanda is dead ass. I don't know, man. Abanikanda could go today or tomorrow. He's a wild card in this thing for real. So I don't know. I just leave him off because I think he's a tomorrow guy. I think Zach Evans, Eric Gray, McIntosh, I think those are tomorrow guys. So there's backs. Hey, I wasn't a fan of taking a tight end in the first round, and I really don't want a tight end today, but I'll feel better about a tight end today than I would yesterday. So if tight end does end up being the pick, then we can talk about it. Michael Mayer, sure, if we get him today, anything in the second round made me feel better. I just really don't want to miss on those first round guys. So Michael Mayer, Darnell Washington, I might scream if Darnell Washington is the pick, but we'll talk about it. Luke Musgrave, Sam Laporta. Honestly, Sam Laporta is an Iowa tight end, and people talk about grading the helmet all the time. If you're gonna grade a helmet, boy, Iowa tight end is the one. So Sam Laporta is there. Schoonmaker might be a tomorrow guy. Tucker Kraft is another guy that I like too, so let him fall. Offensive line, Osiris Torrance. I wouldn't be happy about Osiris, but I do think he's a guy that could go today. DeJuan Jones is a guy that I like, but I don't think he's in the Cowboys' options there. John Michael Smith, Steve Avila, Cody Malk, Luke Whippler is a guy that's there. Matthew Bergeron is a guy that I forgot to even put on my O-line rankings. I like Bergeron a lot. And to be fair, I was being a coward by putting Osiris up there because I don't like Osiris at all. In real life, Bergeron should be where Osiris is. And yo, look, the one thing I loved about Bergeron film when I was watching it, Bergeron confirmed how much I didn't like Myles Murphy. Oh, Bergeron beating the shit out of Myles Murphy, boy. Oh, he was beating the shit out of Myles Murphy. But sure, Bergeron's another guy that I would take. Tippmann is a guy that may go today. I think Zavala goes tomorrow. So currently, chat, I am at 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm at 25 guys right now, and I still got a couple more position groups here. 3 more position groups, cool. DBs can go today. I need to ask somebody what the hell went on with Joey Porter, but Joey Porter is a guy that I would like here. I keep skipping over Brian Branch. I don't think he's a Cowboys guy. I wouldn't prefer him, but he's a guy that could go today to bump other guys down the list here. Cam Smith, South Carolina's a guy that can go today. Tariq Stevenson from the U. Shouts out to Coach DJ Turner. I know there's some guys that like DJ Turner. Hey, look, I haven't watched a safety this year, so if safety happens, don't expect me to give you no analysis on safety. I might just cut on a whistle song if somebody asks me about a safety there. So there you go. Keely Ringo could be a guy to go today. Hodges Tomlinson from TCU. Maybe tomorrow. Sleazy says, Voch, you must have a treasure trove of notepads. All my notes up here. I really just use paper to write stuff down. So yeah, there's DBs. Quarterbacks are gonna go, but I don't think Cowboys are. Well, I don't know. DJ said, Voch, I don't take notes. Then Voch proceeds to take out a notebook and take notes. DJ, chill out, man. Tuli Tuipulotu is a guy that I don't think the Cowboys are are here for, but I think Tua Pelotu is a guy that could go today. Adetamaway Odawabare is a guy, but BJ Ojulari is a guy that I like. Keanu Benton is a guy that I like, but we just drafted Mazi Smith, so there you go. Keon White, not feeling him, but he could go. Nick Herbig is a guy that I like, but I think he might be more of a day 3 guy. I'm just guessing right now. Kobe Turner, we like Kobe Turner a lot, man, but we just got Mazi Smith. Somebody asked would I double dip at D tackle. If Mazi's gonna be my 1 tech and Kobe Turner gonna be my 3, and just rotate those dudes around with Osa and Hankins, shit, yeah, man, come on now. Y'all go ahead and call into the show, because when I'm done with this list, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be hopping into that list there. So yes, a couple D linemen there. Some people saying Javon Dexter. I don't think he good, but whatever. Linebackers, Drew Sanders can go today. Deion Henley can go today. I'd be happy with that. Trent Simpson, DeMarvin Overshawn. Dorian Wilson is a guy that I like. Pace is a guy that I like. You know what I mean? So there's that. Okay. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I like 35 prospects today. Cowboys should get somebody that I like. They should get somebody that I like. You know what I mean? Some of the other guys that I mentioned were guys that I just either don't like or I think are out of the picture for the Cowboys. But if y'all had to ask me, yo, Voch, what would you prefer? I would prefer not even tight end today. I mean, Darnell Washington I would be happy about, but I would prefer left guard and wide receiver. So if you can give me John Michael Smith or Steve Avila plus Jonathan Mingo, man, y'all don't understand. I hope they have extra handcuffs. I hope they have. If we get John Michael Smith or Steve Avila and Jonathan Mingo, I hope the officers got cuffs for my ankles, because I'm just not going to be able to be contained. I just won't be. Let's get into the phones, man. Mazi has Chiefs was trying to trade up for us to get Mazi. Hey, man, some people say Mazi wasn't even going to go to the 3rd round, dog. You know how I go. Who's the best available pass rusher? Ojulari's available. I like him. Can you play John Michael Smith at guard? Yes. And if Tyler Biadasz gives you problems in contract negotiations next year, Pro Bowl center Tyler Biadasz, and you can just move on with John Michael as your center. All right. Short Dog, what's happening, sir?
Yeah, Voch, what's up, gang?
Man, what's up, man?
Hey, Voch, I was gonna tell you, bro. I know you're the voice and stuff. I know everybody calls to hear you, but I don't want anybody lying on my bro. You know, Voch ain't got a lie to kick it, bro.
Never.
Voch got that next level nuance, bro. Yeah. He's one of the realest and illest on these streets, on these YouTube, on everything, bro.
Right.
Ain't everything he says from the chest. You
Right.
think we're capping for any of you guys?
Never.
You know, Voch, he's too big for approach, bro. He's beyond your approach. He ain't wanting to beef with you, folks, but I am. Look me up, Leah Fresquez, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. I'm down for the smoke. I'm down for the beef. All that stuff.
Right.
Hey, Voch, look, bro. They can't be hating on you. You wanted Dexter Lawrence. You wanted Jeffrey Simmons.
Right.
You wanted Jordan Davis.
Right.
But we knew in the first round, Cowboys really don't get those guys.
Right.
Mazi Smith had too much traits to not go number 1. We
Right.
just thought, he ain't going to he ain't going to 2nd round. That's what everybody's trying to place him.
Right.
Good pick. I rocking with you, Voch. I'm with you 100%. All I got to say, Voch, is shout out to my primo Steve Avila. That's Kim Folk over there holding it down in Texas. I hope we get him. And everybody said that Mazi didn't do good against TCU, bro. He had the highest PFF grade. And PFF does good with linemen especially. But Voch, I like all you guys, but just give me a top 5 who puts that titty on the nipple. Who are we going to jail for tonight? Who are we going to go and corral for tonight, Voch? Love, I'll tap in tonight, bro. Everybody like and subscribe. Get Voch to 80K, bro. What's wrong with you?
Appreciate you, bro. We should just 5 guys to look for tonight. Jonathan Mingo, wide receiver from Ole Miss. Drew Sanders, linebacker / pass rusher from Arkansas. We can be looking for, tight end Sam Laporta or Darnell Washington at a tight end. That'll be fun. Joey Porter not gonna make it, but you could just pick a corner, whoever the Cowboys' best corner is. And if you want to go offensive tackle, I mean, guys like DeJuan Jones is still there. Bergeron's still there. Pick a guy. I mean, Bergeron is probably going to be a guard on the next level, but he can do some tackle duty also. So it's some guys left. It's some guys around. Some guys here. Y'all might be looking around like Like Short Dog be lying, man. Short Dog ain't got no crawfish in him. He don't flip no pancakes, bro. He does not. Paul says, is Porter a gun under the sea guy? No, but Mazi is. And that might be why I like him, man. Mazi's a gun under the sea guy, man. Shouts out to my guy. P. Fikers, what up?
Hey, what's up, Voch? First of all, it's an honor to go after Short Dog. But I wanted to run you through my reaction to Mazi last night real quick, and then I wanted to play a Voch game with you if that's cool.
Cool, let's do it.
All right, so last night I called in, and I just did a little quick reaction, but I immediately got a flashback to the Patreon. If I remember right, you did 2 videos on Mazi.
Uh-huh.
And I remember thinking on the second one, because I missed class, but I was doing the homework.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember thinking that it would be, like, extremely nice. It would be so nice, like, luxurious to get a pick like Mazi in the first round, but I kind of wrote it off because of the history. I've never experienced a DT in the first round, so I was extremely excited. And your film today, bro, first of all, killing it, but it confirmed it. You know, it just reminded me of how nice it really is to get somebody to eat the middle of our, like, defensive line. But anyways, the Voch game I wanted to play with you was excuse me.
No, you good.
So, if we picked, like, say, John Michael Smith or Avila, and then had a repeat of 2021, there's nothing but defense, how would you feel?
As long as I got my guard, and then, like, just say we walked out with a linebacker, a corner, and I don't know, whatever else on D. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't hate it. I would like, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I would like to see who's on the board at wide receivers. There's a lot of good wide receivers. I would love to see what the Cowboys end up doing at running back, because boy, we would love to have some running back here. So, man, I would be happy about John Michael and Mazi. I would be really happy about those first 2 picks. So I wouldn't complain about it if the Cowboys thought that was the best thing to do, but I would like to get some offense in here. I would love to get a running back. Would love to get a receiver.
Yes, sir. I hear that. I guess I'm becoming a bit of a fiend for this defense thing. It's so new and fresh, and Dan Quinn's killing it. Mm-hmm. But I appreciate you, Voch. Have a good one.
Appreciate you, my guy. And for everybody that's curious, we're going to, on the Patreon, we're going to rewatch Mazi's film. Actually, everybody that the Cowboys draft, we're gonna pull as much film as possible, and we're just gonna rewatch all those guys. So, if you hang tight, have a little bit. It's gonna be Monday. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and just commit to that, and we'll just do it all day next week. So Monday will be all Mazi. Tuesday will be all second round guy. Wednesday will be all third round guy. Just whoever we draft, I'm just gonna pull all the film I can find on those guys. I'm gonna scour the internet and find every single play of every single film I can find, and we'll be watching that player. So if you want to be tuned into, if you want to watch the full length Mazi research, it's gonna be our third Mazi video. But Patreon.com/Voch Lombardi, we'll be watching Mazi Smith all day Monday. So tap in, man. Tap in. Let's get 100 grand on the phone. What's up, sir?
What's going on, my guy?
What's up, player? What you got for the show?
Listen here, man. Mazi's a great pick. He's going to help out with the pass rush. Mm-hmm. He's going to help out with the linebackers. He's going to help out with the run. And we can put him and Jonathan Hankins on the same line because he plays at 3-tech too. Yep. So he's very versatile. So everybody that hating on the pick, and man, do your research, man. Do your research. And like you said, when you go in college, he wasn't told to go get the sacks.
Yeah.
He was told to do another job. Yeah. So, when you got Shannon Sharp and those guys saying, well, he didn't get all these sacks, like you say, those guys don't watch film. They just read what they get off the script, man. So don't believe those people, man. Go do your own research, or just follow my boy Voch. He gonna tell you the real, man. That's just what it is, man. Yeah. Calm down. We got this. Yep. We got Michael Parsons wouldn't have been so excited like he was if this wasn't a great pick. Michael Parsons looked like, man, he like, listen, I'm about to get paid because of this boy right here. I'm about to get $50 million. Like that's what I'm about to get $50 million a year.
That's fair enough.
Of this boy right here.
Yeah, that
you know what I mean?
Look, $100,000. I ain't even think of, but that's a whole ass business decision from Micah Parsons going to Dan Quinn, going, "Hey man, will you get me somebody that's gonna make this easy?" I ain't even think of it like that, but that's smart as hell, man. That's smart.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The obvious choice out.
All right,
Yes, sir,
appreciate you, $100,000. I just got this link. Coach Evans has clipped this interview that we did the other day prior to the draft, and I don't even remember talking about it because me and him just be talking, having conversation. But he asked me about Mazi Smith. So everybody that feel like I was like I'm faking my excitement about Mazi Smith, we just about to listen to that right now. Appreciate you, $100,000.
No doubt, my boy.
Yes, sir. Let's see, man. I don't even remember talking about mines for real, but no, not there. Is it? Can I do there? Okay, I can do there. And should it be YouTube? Boom, boom. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Let me hold on now. Let me get it together. There we go. We gonna do that there. I don't know why this window's so damn big. We just gonna do over there. There we go. All right, here we go. This was on Sip the Tally Films. Let's see what I say about Mazi Smith.
The obvious choice out.
Oh, I'll take it.
We're going to take the obvious choice out, which is Jalen Carter.
Okay, cool.
3 tech or 1. Who you got?
Mazi Smith. Mazi Smith from Michigan.
Now, that's interesting you say Mazi, because when I was doing my D-line stuff, I got to Mazi, and I remember you being high on Mazi.
Yes.
Convince me, because I ain't see it.
So if Mazi's going to be playing 1 tech for me, that's my role for him. Okay. And I just want to be clear here. I'm not talking about Mazi like he close to Jalen Carter. Okay. That's what I'm saying. So sometimes my level of excitement is just, it's just what it is with this draft. Like if Mazi was in the Quentin Williams draft or the Derrick Brown draft, I'm so damn trifling. It's the same damn hoodie on I got, boy. I ain't shit, boy. I'm raggedy as hell. I'm just raggedy as hell. This is the same hoodie, boy. All right. I'm still not talking about Mazi and them. If he was up there with Kinlaw and them, I'm not talking about Mazi. I'm talking about them guys, right? But just Mazi in this draft is Mazi versus Kancey. I'll slightly go Mazi. Mazi versus Benton. I'm going Mazi. If it's Mazi versus, Ika, Kobe Turner, I'm going Mazi, right? Mm-hmm. So what I like about Mazi is, we just talking about even fronts now. Now I do think that his team sometimes put him in situations where he had to be a true zero sometimes, and that ain't really the role I want for him. Boy, I'm spitting today. Hey, I'm spitting. Hey, I'm spitting today. You hear me? I'm spitting today. But what that same hoodie bothers me. Go ahead. But if I'm running this team, even front, and he could be a penetrating 1 tech for me, right? Yep. He's athletic enough. He can move around a little bit. And what I do like about him is that with that size, and he is powerful. He is a powerful character. Yes. He's a dude that plays with power. One thing that you have to do is you have to figure out what your biases are, and you kind of got to figure out, okay, is this a healthy bias or is this an unhealthy one, right? And one of my biases, in which I haven't figured out whether it's healthy or not, is I don't like the D tackle that moves around really well but doesn't show power, right? Because I'm a Cowboys fan and I've had 3 techs on my team, Neville Gallimore, to where it just really didn't work out for him. He was a great pass rush, but it just didn't work out for him. Okay, so let's put 25 pounds on him and make him 350. Oh, now he's 315 pounds and he moves well, but he's still not that powerful guy. Mm-hmm. So baseline, I want my 1 tech, just like I like my guards, and I know we're gonna touch that at some point. I need this baseline of power that makes me go, okay, now what else do you have? Mm-hmm. And Mazi, compared to those other dudes, he has size and he has power. Now you ain't Quentin Williams, but let me figure out what the rest of you can do. What else you can do with this power and this baseline size, and he can move. So I'm not saying Mazi is a 1st round pick or anything like that. He'll probably go in the 30s. I take it back. Late 30s. I take all that shit back. I didn't know Mazi was gonna go mid 40s or something like that. That makes sense. That's definitely a lie. I didn't know Jahmyr Gibbs was gonna go early neither. It's a lie. It's a lie. I didn't know. But hey, look, I didn't know Miles was gonna go this early. I had no clue that Miles was gonna go this early. But y'all, that was my review of the player. Somebody in the chat says, "Voch, this is the hoodie now. This is the Mazi hoodie." So, fuck it. But yeah. That was Coach Evans on Sip the Tally Film. So y'all go over there and check him out, man. I think the whole interview was on his other channel. Coach, if you're in the chat, you can go ahead and drop that in there. But fantastic stuff, man. Fantastic stuff. Let's get DJ on the phone. See what he's talking about. What's up, DJ?
Hey, what's going on, Voch? How you doing today, sir?
Coolin', my guy. What you got for the show?
Number one, first and foremost, can you hear me? It's windy outside. You know how that can get.
You good, sir. You good. What's happening?
All righty. Well, now that we've had time to kind of digest this, right, there was some kind of surprise, right? I was surprised. I was expecting, just like you said in the video, but you just retook that Mazi would be like an early day 2 guy, right? Mm-hmm. But if you look at the job that he's supposed to do,
yeah,
people are upset that they got the best guy at a highly positioned. He was BPA for what they're going to ask him to do.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, there was not a better guy in this draft. Even if you had him as your second or third or fourth D tackle, as far as the job that he's required to do, he was the best guy in the draft to do that job. So why not take him in the first, especially if you don't expect him to be there at 58?
Sure.
So, I mean, all in all, they do so much research, and there's probably some character things and some things that he interviewed and said that kind of put him over the top to make them go ahead and pull the trigger.
Yeah.
But I don't know what that would be. I didn't do the research myself, but these guys go so deep. So there's got to be that they made the best decision that they feel that they can work with, and they haven't been wrong in forever. People are just used to the CDs and the Micahs and all that kind of stuff on day one. That's why they were a little disappointed. It's how I feel about it.
Sure. Fair enough, man. But you know how I look at it, I don't even look at it as like a reach for real, because you know, and this is another bothersome thing about Cowboy fans, man. We'll talk about the 26th overall pick like it's a top 10 pick, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like we weren't in the argument. We didn't lose enough games to get the guys that you know. Like, we didn't lose enough games for Bijan and Jalen Carter and Tyree Wilson and Will Anderson or Will McDonald or Darnell Wright. Like, we're picking at 26. And if the Cowboys love Mazi that much and they got a clear vision for the player, look, I am over doubting these dudes. I'm not doubting these dudes no more. I may disagree with like value at some point. I may disagree with value. I'll even say I had Nolan ranked higher than Mazi. But if they got a plan for the dude, man, I'm just gonna submit to the like they haven't proven they haven't let me down yet, DJ. They haven't let me down yet. Nope. So if Micah Parsons and Dan Quinn talking about hey man, I need somebody that's gonna let me run free as a linebacker and that's gonna free me up as a pass rusher. If we need somebody to unlock Osa as a pass rusher, we need somebody that when Hankins come off the field, now we have an upfield presence in the middle. Man, you know, Van Der Esch is a better linebacker when you run when your big boys up front's good. Exactly. The highest graded run defender in college football, bro. Like if that's the move, then that's the move. If that's the move, that's the move. We passed on Nolan Smith, but 29 teams passed on Nolan. And I love Nolan Smith. But if this is the plan, then it's the plan.
And that's what I was saying last night, is that your team was too good to have a sexy pick there at 26. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you could have gone Nolan Smith, but if you didn't feel that way and you just taking him because he fell to you like that because you didn't expect him to be there, still take the guy that you're confident in and you did all the research because you expected him to be there, right? I mean, if you're good at a relationship, you don't have sexy time all the time. It just doesn't happen. You have to have more than that. And if they did more than that and they did the research and they took it to every level, then there's nothing wrong with this pick at all.
DJ, I was saying last year, man, that, you know, the Cowboys are at this point to where they got enough stars, but now they need the role players. You know what I mean? I think the last two first round picks, Tyler and Mazi, it's all about, shouts out to Will Steele. It's all about attitude. It's all about ass whoop. It's all about MFers. It's all about physical. It's all about going against these teams in the NFC with these good ass D lines and these good ass run games. That's what this all about, bro. I can't complain about that, man. I can't complain.
Not at all. Not at all. And last thing, and I'll let you go, is that with Mazi, it gives you the opportunity to really open up. You know, you got to get a guard or somebody that, you know, that you can come up with a plan to make sure that you get that need service. But outside of that, there's really no holes left. There's nothing Now everything is a luxury pick moving forward because left guard is a need, and then the middle of the defense with a true one tech to kind of seal things up there were the only things that, hey, we got to have this coming into this. Everything else was just like, hey, and we all thought that, hey, you could get away with that in the third, fourth, or fifth round, but they did it in the first to make sure. That way, you don't have situations like Bo and all that kind of stuff where you're hoping for them to develop into something. For sure day one that you got a guy.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Appreciate you, DJ. Good call, man.
Yes, sir.
I bet Mazi's going to have a better first year than Jordan Davis. Lamont, what up?
What's up, Voch?
Cool, my guy. What you got for the show?
So,
Jordan Davis, look, hold on, time out, Lamont. I'm sorry, Jordan Davis was so good last year. They went to go get Sue and Joseph. Go ahead, Lamont. My bad, bro. Go ahead, man. My bad, my fault.
This man selling out, boy.
I'm up here fighting. Go ahead, man. I'm just up here fighting in the internet. Dang. You know what I mean? Just fighting these people in the chat box. They want to talk about Mazi Smith and being a role player. Yeah, one text are role players for you because we got the best pass rusher in the damn league. So we went to go get a role player. Hell yeah. What did Jordan Davis do besides make y'all sign 40-year-old D tackles, man? Come on, bro. Go ahead, Lamont. My fault.
Now you good, bro. Hey, so another interesting thing about getting Mazi Smith, not only does he protect Micah, he also is going to help protect Damone.
Hell yeah.
He's going to help protect LVE. And he can also learn hand techniques with Osa. Osa, you know how Osa gets down with those hands.
Mm-hmm.
Osa can show this man some of the stuff he knows and give him some of that knowledge that he knows. So people really need to think heavy how much of a big impact he's going to have, especially on goal lines, short downs like 3rd and 1, 4th and 1s.
Mm-hmm. It's
going to be huge.
Yeah, I agree. Mazi's, one of his biggest physical traits is his hands. Like, he has very powerful hands, man. So once he started punching people in the chest, man, like you really see people, like you see people fly. You see people fly off their feet, man. So yeah, man, once he gets all of his coaching intact, man, it's gonna be fun.
Okay. And I just want to ask this one question before I let you go.
Sure.
All right, so if you have Avila and Darnell Washington both sitting there, what would be the pick for you?
I would take Avila because right now Chuma Adoga is my left guard. So I would take Avila, and I would just hope that one of my favorite tight ends fall to me in the 3rd or 4th round.
Okay. All right, Voch, God bless my brother. God bless you so much, bro. And keep this content coming, bro.
Appreciate you, my guy. I'm gonna do it as long as y'all keep watching, man. Salute.
All right.
And I hate I gotta talk about Jordan Davis like that, man. I gotta talk about Jordan Davis. But man, these hooligans and rapscallions come in my chat box and act like they Teflon, bro. Like, I ain't gonna say nothing else, man. I ain't gonna say nothing to these people. They was hating on Tyler Smith too, and Tyler Smith ended up being better than all of them. I ain't gonna say that. What's up, Matt?
Hey there, how's it going?
What's good, my guy? What you got for the show?
So I guess 2 things. One was I didn't even think about doing front with Hankins and him. That'd be I didn't even think about that. That'd be nasty.
That'd be fun.
But yeah, I mean, the way I look at it, like I also didn't think about the whole off the back foot, because I was looking at people the pretty much. I was reading the online articles about what they thought his flaws in his game were, and they said, okay, well, he can get a little high. Yeah. True, that's a coaching thing.
Yep.
And then the other one was the ball get off, and I was like, he's got good ball get off, but he takes a false step a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
But from the stance, I get where he gets the false step. So I think if either it's a thing where he's not always lined up in the stance, or if it's what coaching asked him to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think that can be fixed with whatever we try and do with him. So that's not too big of a worry for me. So I think he's going to be a great player. Yeah. The other thing is, so wanted to test you on your because I know you're your floor guy.
Okay.
But if you had, so if your next 3 picks were, like you said, John Smith, and it was Mingo, and it was, I don't know, pick your best cornerback / linebacker that's in the 4th round.
Okay. Dorian Williams from Tulane or something. Okay.
Yeah. So if it's that, or if you could get Darnell Washington, and then the 3rd round, you get wiped out of the receivers because I don't think both of the big receivers are going to last that long.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you get Tank Dell, and then the 4th round you get Mazi, because they've been talking about getting a big dude that's just aggressive.
So
I'm pretty sure he was on the 30 list, wasn't he?
So it's basically Darnell Washington, Tank Dell, and Antonio Mafi versus John Michael Schmitz, Jonathan Mingo, and Dorian Williams?
Yep.
Shit.
Yeah, because those guys aren't bad floor guys, but at the same time, they if they hit, man, all of those guys are going to be beasts.
Man, can you imagine a left side of Darnell Washington, Tyler Smith, and Antonio Mafi, dog?
That'd be an angry left side.
And I love me some Jonathan Mingo, bro. But can you imagine Darnell Washington comboing some poor defensive end with Tyler Smith with Antonio Mafi whooping a 3-tech next to him? Are you shitting me?
And then I think the reason I think Mafi's good, because I don't know how the Dallas Cowboys are seeing it. If they're seeing it as, yeah, we're definitely gonna take John Michael Smith and put him right there, whenever their best 5 could honestly still be Tyron Smith, Tyler Smith, and then down the line. Because I think Mafi gives them that freedom where, okay, we're going to start it like this, and if Tyron does go down, then we'll throw Mafi in at left guard. But if he doesn't, we're just letting him train up and get good. Fix the technical issues that people have with his game.
Man, you know how crazy Darnell Washington next to Tyler Smith next to Antonio Mafi is, dog. Man, I'm losing my... It ain't enough room in the jail, bro. Come on, Matt. That's a good one, man.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's probably the one I take, man. That's the one I take, bro.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling about it.
Yeah. Anyway, though, appreciate you, Matt. Good call, man.
All right. Have a good one. Bye.
Dessert.
The conference has been locked.
My bad, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and lock this phone up. I ain't even mean for the show to be this long, but I got a long-ass show tonight, so I'm going to try to get in that before we go back. Oh, but boy, that second one was crazy. V, what's up?
Marty out here putting in these hours, huh?
I'm trying, man. This is... Yeah. This is the this is where it's time to be miserable. This week and next week. But after that, me and Will and my staff, my record label, my crew, we gonna have us a good little week. Good little vacation, man.
Fact. Love it, brother. Man, I gotta ask you your opinion on. I think the running back narrative is shifting. We saw 2 running backs get taken, I think, in the top 12. Mm-hmm. And I think running backs are being looked at as more like weapons, and not like, cowbells.
Yeah, bell cow.
Do you think they're like an anomaly, or do you think the actual narrative is changing? And I'll let you go after asking you about, should the Cowboys be more concerned with running back? Like, I love Deuce Vaughn, and I saw Tony Pollard get his leg amputated against San Francisco.
Damn.
So let me know, man. Let me know what you feel, how you feeling on that, and I'll let you go, brother.
Appreciate you, man. I don't think running backs have added any brand new value to what they are. I just think that I think Bijan and Jameer are really good. I think Bijan Robinson, Jameer Gibbs are just good enough. They just put good film out, and they just made their case for why they should be taken early. Yeah, man. I don't see a world where because Charbonnet's good. Charbonnet 10 years ago probably would have been a top pick, but running backs are what they are now. So I don't see that. But I will say Jameer Gibbs going that high, surprised the hell out of me. And I think the line's gonna be ridiculous, but you know how they go. Brandon, is it Brandon Houston or Brandon from Houston?
Brandon from Houston, man. What's good, Voch?
Man, all this time I've been calling you Brandon from Houston. Brandon Houston. All right, cool. What's up, Brandon?
Nah, I'm from Houston.
Oh shit, Brandon from Houston.
I just wanted to play a quick. I just wanted to play a quick game of Find the Scrub.
Okay, Brandon Houston from Houston. Okay.
All right. Mm-hmm. And so, potential starting defense: DeMarcus Lawrence, Osa, Mazi Smith, Micah Parsons, Leighton Vander Esch, Damone Clark, Donovan Wilson, Jaron Kearse, Trayvon Diggs, Stephon Gilmore, and Deron Bland, who just led the league in interceptions, I think, as a rookie. And can you find the scrub, sir?
That'll be a tough game of Find the Scrub, man. That's a tough game of Find the Scrub, bro. Because the only thing I can probably yeah. Go ahead.
And can anybody in the second round beat any of those out, in your opinion?
That's a hard task, man. That's a hard task, but nah, that's a pretty Teflon game of Find the Scrub, bro. And you say, can anybody in the second round beat those guys? Like, can we draft somebody to take somebody's spot?
Like Deion Henry. Like, could he supplant? Like, could anybody, in your opinion, of who you got in the second round grade,
I think
take one of those spots? Because if not, then we got to go offense, right, Voch?
I think Drew Sanders. I don't think he's going to make it to. I think Drew's going to be one of the early guys that go. But if Drew Sanders makes it to you, then I think he takes Clark's spot.
Okay, but nobody else.
Hell nah, man. That's a hard crew, man. That's a hard crew to try to crack into. D-Law may come off the field in pass rush downs, but that's still Micah Parsons, Sam Williams, Dorrance Armstrong, and Dante Fowler. So I don't know.
Okay, cool. So that was the first point that I wanted to go, right? So then we got to go offense.
Yeah.
And then the second thing I wanted to talk about is tight end. On PFF grade, Jake Ferguson is like a top 11 tight end in the fucking NFL as a rookie, not getting any snaps. Dak Prescott makes tight ends, sir.
Yep.
Dak Prescott elevates tight ends to whatever Pro Bowls or whatever. We know that Dalton Schultz ain't that dude. He didn't get paid like that dude. So why are we not just like, yo, Jake Ferguson, if we want it, he's only ranked 24th because he can't block. I mean, that's what Kincaid is. He can't block neither. So, I mean, we can upgrade tight end in the second round, but yeah, since we can't find a scrub on defense, if it's not Drew Sanders, which I agree with you, Voch, 100%, he's probably going to be gone from there. So is there anybody on the offense that you definitely could take right now that upgrades either O-line or wide receiver, that gets Gallup off the field, or find a scrub on the offense? Is there definite like 2 or 3 options there?
Well, currently your left guard is Chuma Edoga, so if it's me, honestly, regardless of what your board look like, I think the best left guard should be your second round pick. So then when you get to round 3, then you can have a conversation about, do you like, receiver or tight end or whatever. But I think you have to go offensive line today. You got to go guard today.
Got you. Yeah, that's what it is. And then and I just wanted to congratulate you for having the Mazi content and talking about Mazi, because it was easy when all my Cowboys fans were hating on Mazi and losing their mind and trying to break their TV sets, and I was like, bro, Mazi's a fucking dog. Like, what are you talking about? Like, he's about to solidify our defense, and everything is good. He's a freak of nature. And then I'm just like, look, here's Akoya Media, here's Voch. Like, if you're not liking and subscribing, what are you doing? If you don't know about Mazi Smith, what are you doing? You're missing shows. And yeah, man, so yeah, we got to go offensive line, and hopefully we can get a dog in the third too. But keep doing what you're doing, and let's go get it. Go Cowboys, bro.
Appreciate you, my guy. I see some people in the chat that say that my Mazi film on Patreon has been hit by the Illuminati. I'll be fixing that later. And if I'm unable to fix it, then I'll just repost it on Monday. Like I said, we're gonna watch all the Mazi film on Monday from top to bottom. But once I get off this stream, I'm gonna go over to look at see if I can fix it. Cliff, what's up?
What's good? I just came down to talk about the tight end smoke screen that happened. I said it was going to happen last week.
Okay.
I said they keep putting these cheese on these mousetraps. But there's a problem with that because now nobody likes Mazi. Now Cowboys fans was waiting their hearts for a tight end that wasn't going to do nothing.
Right.
But I just think we should go, like you said, left guard, and then the whole draft open us. So you can go get our weapons. Weapons are going to be in the draft. Well, there's 4-3 guys still going to be there day 2. Like, we can still get weapons. We're not falling behind anybody in the NFL with fixing our trenches.
Yeah.
We were just going up. We're putting a higher floor on our team by upping these trenches. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, even with the tight end second round, I'm not seeing it. You can there's still the mock drafters or whatever still saying tight end second round. That's because they told y'all they put this smoke screen out there that we was absolutely going at that position. I just can't see it. Like the last person said, Ferg had a 90 whatever PFF grade. They had the most snaps, him and Ferguson, as rookies, as tight ends after the whole class. Don't look at the stats. Look at the snaps. They're on the field a lot.
Right.
Like you don't just say, okay, after that 1 year, we're just gonna fully try to make a souped up version of them at tight end 1 and just put them there, plug and play. Tight ends are not plug and play unless they're like vets. They're not plug and play.
Right.
That we should get one day 3. We can may want a running back. Oh yeah, about the running back committee. That dude also had a good point with that, with the weapons, like how they're using them. So I think how like day 2, if we take Charbonnet, I'd be scared. Not scared, but I'd be inclined to he might be our new bell cow. But if we take one of those change of pace, like not speed, but like different type Tony plays best, we might do the committee thing. That's all I had to say.
Hey, we'll see, man. Fantastic call, brother. Appreciate you, Clip.
So,
we got 2 more callers, chat. I'm looking at this situation here. I'm gonna get it all figured out. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna get that figured out for y'all. But regardless, this being figured out or not, we're still gonna be watching film on Mazi Smith on Monday. So we got it. 260. What's up? Who this?
Good evening, guys. This is me, Jose Garcia.
Hey, what's happening, man? What you got for the show?
No, man. I just want to say, I'm a fan of your show and all that. I just want to say to my Cowboys fans, how many times, like in the playoffs with the Rams and then San Fran, how many times they kept running down our throat, and yet y'all still don't want Mazi. It's like, bro, he is the answer. Like, how many times we just stay there, like, man, Van Der Esch can't stop him. Nobody can stop. No linebackers. Yeah. Our DTs, nobody can stop the run. He kept showing it down our throat. It's like, come on, man. Yeah. Mazi's the answer.
Right.
Like, how many times do we see Purdy just step up and other quarterbacks just step up this season? Yeah. Or last season, I should say. So frustrating.
Well,
so
the Cowboys basically get the results of what they invested in. They never really invest in one tech, so that's just kind of what it's been looking like. Like that's just the results that you get. But hopefully, this investment of one tech is a sign of things to come. Like big change in terms of how we defend the run and things like that. So you ain't wrong, brother. You ain't wrong.
Yeah, and that's the only point I wanted to reiterate. Like everybody's been saying, like, come on, man. And plus, like you said, like there's a lot of guys that can still got some holes to fill up, like an O-line, get a guard, and also, if we get that wide receiver you're talking about, then everything else just comes into place.
I'm going to jail, boss. I'm going to jail. Appreciate you, man. Good call. Good call. We found a way to get John Michael and Jonathan Mingo, man. Steve Avila, John Mike. I mean, even Bergeron, the left guard's cool. That's cool with me too. But anybody but Osiris, y'all know me. I don't know Osiris. 908, last call. What's up? Who this?
Voch, this is Wayne in Jersey, man.
What's up? Appreciate you, man. What's up, Wayne? What you got for the show?
All right. I'm in Jersey, Voch, but I'm a big Michigan Wolverine fan and a Dallas Cowboy fan. So I've seen every Mazi Smith game.
Talk to him.
And what we got to understand, when you're thinking about University of Michigan, you got Jim Harbaugh there, okay? You got Mike McDonald, who's now the defensive coordinator of the Ravens. He was replaced by Jesse Minter, who was on the staff for John Harbaugh with the Ravens. Okay, so he's got that NFL coaching. He got that NFL pedigree. As you said earlier, He's faced John Michael Schmitz. He's gone up against Juice Scruggs, Luke Whippler, Olatemi in practice, Tipman at Wisconsin. He did exactly what he was asked to do, okay? He's a run stuffer, man. We've been getting punched in the nose and bleeding for years in the run game at that defensive tackle spot. We got to stop listening to people that's just watching 5 minutes worth of film and making opinions.
Yeah.
You got to trust your eyes. As you said to someone who said maybe Osa could work with his hands, his hand game is already swift. That's the last thing you need to work with Mazi.
Right.
He's a hard worker.
Right.
If you look at his body when he first stepped in at Michigan at 355, out of control, and look at the work he put in to make himself who he is now, okay? This is a meat and potatoes guy. This ain't no sexy pick that Cowboy fans, and I love my Cowboy fans, fall in love with. We need meat and potato guys. We got the Maseratis and the Ferraris already.
Yep.
We need those dirty workers, man. Vouch, as always, man, good job. I appreciate your efforts, young fella, and you just keep on doing what you're doing, family.
Appreciate you, Wayne. I'm gonna put you down the system as Wayne next time you call in with no issue, man. Good call.
All right, sir.
Hey, man, listen, chat. It's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna try to discourage you. It's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna try to get you off your square. That's just because they Cowboy haters anyway. They was just made to hate you, you know. First thing they did, wake up in the morning hating. They ain't even had breakfast yet, just up here just hating for no reason. I found the problem in the Mazi film section. We'll be fixing that, and we're gonna try to avoid the next show. So I appreciate you. Here we go. 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 Supers. Let's read some supers, man. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna go back. We're gonna do that. And super. All right, let's do this. On the Voch side, we'll do the Voch side first. Appreciate y'all for being here. Andre Robinson dropped a 5 in the super chat, says, Voch, you funny as hell, bro. Appreciate the bonus content, fam. Salute, man. This is definitely bonus content. Voch is definitely tired as hell. But we're gonna get it done. This you know, I was talking to Miss Nay about this, man. Like it'll be like this draft is a part of me, man. You know what I mean? And you know, like being lazy and not doing no work and not giving y'all who I am right here, man. This will be a spit in the face to those that helped me get to where I am right now. You know, like I made who I am in the draft. You know, so can't turn my back on the draft. Jordan Peterson said, I wouldn't dare betray my former self. So why would I betray my former self? You know. Adrian Lindsay says Darnell Washington possibly in the third. Man, the third round is a bit of a. If you want me to get arrested, we can get Darnell Washington third round. If you don't want to show Monday, we can get Darnell Washington third round. But we'll see. Possibly. Yeah, it just depends on how the run happens. But we'll see. Vicente says he dropped the 5 and says Washington or Laporta in the second or third. Which one has a better chance to give you 1,000-yard season? Hey man, I like Darnell more, but Laporta's an Iowa tight end, you know. I am the last 8 dropped a buck. They just wanted to hold us down, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. L Gene dropped the 5 and says games are won on the outside, championships are won in the trenches. See Kansas City versus Tampa Bay Super Bowl. Kansas City learned their lesson indubitably. They wouldn't got that offensive line for sure. Sleazy dropped 5 says Dallas keeps tapping into that Michigan kid. Could they double dip? If so, grab Jake Moody. Yes, the kicker. Hey, we did an exercise on the volume a couple weeks ago where we actually scouted the helmet. Did y'all know that Michigan D linemen lately have been more valuable than Wisconsin offensive linemen? Michigan D linemen have been better than Wisconsin O linemen. Moving on. Appreciate you, man. We answered Sleazy already. Appreciate you, Sleazy. Jacob Jones, drop 5, says, who's the best pass rush available? We already talked about that. Appreciate you. I said B.J. Ojolari. Eastside Harold dropped the deuce and says, Dallas draft grade is a D+. Well, I listen to people way smarter than you, and they don't agree. They don't agree, Eastside Harold. So there you go. Acidic Spinach dropped a dime and says, but Voch! Wasn't Mazi in the experts mock draft? Wait, Mazi wasn't in the experts mock draft. Yeah. But hey, man, you know, Cowboys kept their cards close to the vest, man. Appreciate you. He said, love the show. Hype for day 2 of the draft. Hey, we will be doing some live streaming here. So hey, man, tap in with me, man. Tap in with me for day 2. You know. Kenny Lott dropped a dub and said Hyatt, Downs, or a good tight end for me at 58. Hey, Jalen Hyatt's available for you. We can talk about Jalen Hyatt, man. We can talk about Jalen Hyatt. Hell yeah, we can talk about Jalen Hyatt, man. On the volume, let's see what they supers look like. Billy Vasquez dropped a deuce and says, what do you think about Will Levis or Max Duggan? Nope. Sick of this. George Russian dropped a deuce and says, Jonathan Mingo or Charlie Jones in the third. Mingo is my fourth wide receiver. But if you can find, if you don't get those wide receivers and you're in day 3 and Charlie Jones available, hey man, go get Charlie Jones. We're playing. Brother L dropped the deuce, says Studio 2023, just a weekly reminder, carry on. L, when we get done with draft season, we're gonna be right back in the Twitch, man. So appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. George Rushton came back and says Jonathan Mingo or Charlie Jones in the third, considering we go guard in the second. If we go guard in the second and Mingo in the third, they don't have enough handcuffs, man. Kenny Lott came back and dropped another dime and says, keep up the good work, keep killing it. Appreciate you. That's interesting. Adrian Padilla says Padilla. He likes the Mazi pick. He normally hates every fucking thing. So that is peculiar. That is strange to see that. Anyway, hey, appreciate y'all for contributing to the supers, man. The supers, man. Hey, man. Fun show. I wanted to hop in and give y'all an opportunity to tell me how you feel, express yourself, to, you know, tap back in with the show, man. It's always fun to do this. And hey man, we'll be going back live again later, man. Hey, look, it's tough. It's tough. I ain't gonna hold you. It is tough, but there is no place I would rather be than to be cutting up with y'all. Let's see if we can go find a Cowboy streamer. Let's see. Let's see if we can find somebody that might be live right now. Let's see if we can raid somebody. See if we can raid somebody real quick. You know what I know. I typed in Dallas Cowboys and I'll put in a little filter right there. Let's see who live right now. Let's see. 105.3 The Fan is live. They get enough love, man.
Boy, you are talking that good talk right now.
Hey, Boss Cowboy live. Let's go holler at him, man. Boss Cowboys live. Let's go holler at him. Law always like, yeah. Me and Law was trying to coordinate, man. We was trying to coordinate. I didn't want to go live when he was live. Hey, let's get this little raid going, man. Go over there and hop on the Boss Cowboy stream. Tell them I sent you, man. Show a little love over there. Show a little bit of respect, man. Show a little bit of love. Show a little bit of respect. Let's see what we got going on over there. He been streaming for a minute. God damn, he almost 3 hours in. He better than me. He better than me though.
I'm sitting there. If he is, I'm not sure who's drafting.
He better than me though.
Draft, but Porter is a ceiling guy.
He better than me though. Let's get this raid going.
So you got to look at it.
Let's get this raid going.
Whoever's sitting at 58, you have to go look at your board and say, okay, how many ceiling guys?
More than one game film I watched with Voch was.
I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna focus on ceiling guys like I've never did today.
I'm telling you.
Oh, hold on, wait. What's this? Somebody say Voch raid. What's that? Somebody say Voch raid. What is that? I'm seeing a lot of people say Voch raid. What's that?
Come on, man. Get your encyclopedia, man.
Yeah. What is that? Somebody's playing because there's a lot of people coming to the channel saying Voch raid.
Come on, man.
Say Voch sent me. I would have came anyway. Oh, that's what it is.
Voch. I think he went live. He must have been sending them to you, boss.
Oh, that's crazy. I ain't never seen nothing like this.
Get you a YouTube encyclopedia.
Voch raid. I'm like, what's that? Like, so Voch said some people over here to show. He must have showed love on his channel. That's what it is. The boy said Voch sent me. Boy, this is powerful. These dudes is over here too. Damn. Like about 15 people just jumped there talking about Voch raid.
Nah, it's more than that.
Voch got pulled.
It's more than that.
Lord have mercy.
That number jumped.
I had some shooters. That dude must got him some super shooters.
Going to today, boss. I'm telling you, if they get a mauler at the second round, and they get a running back that is a filling guy, because I think is it. I ain't trying. Okay, UCLA running back, you're a filling guy.
Hey man, appreciate y'all. Y'all go over there, show some love, man. Show some support. Be sure to tap in with me later. I'm going live again tonight so we can cover day 2 of the draft. And see y'all there, man. Should be a fun one. Love y'all to pieces, man. I don't have a fancy little outro. I just look y'all in the eye and I say bye.
I was like, what is this? These Voch raid. What is this? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? Am I under attack? What the?
Bye.